Alright, thank you for coming, Dr. Carson. You look good today. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. Thank you for having me on the Charnecki chat show.
Good. So how about you tell us about your new autobiography, Gifted Hands? So in this book, you tell about how you grew up in the streets of Detroit, and you came to be a very successful neurosurgeon?
Well, you see, it tells of how I grew up in really poor conditions and how I was able to make something of my life. The first half of the book is about my personal life, growing up, college, and the struggles I had when obtaining an occupation. The second half dictates some of my many surgeries I had to do in order to reach my notable status I have today.
Very good. Okay, how about we ask some questions from some fans that we found online?
Alright, sounds good.
Alright, Dr. Carson, I've compiled a list of some questions from our online followers about you. You're a very popular man, I see. First question from XX Carson Fan 123XX. What got you into the interesting field of neurosurgery?
Well, I would always hear of stories about medical missionaries traveling through primitive villages in Africa and India. Reports came to us of the physical suffering the doctors relieved and how they helped people to lead happier, healthier lives.
Bless your soul. And what church were you a part of?
I attended church at Sharon Seventh-day Adventist Church in Inkster.
Good. Another question from our follower, Ken Barson, asks, what contributed to your success in life?
My mother was a very significant figure in my life.
And how did she impact the choices you made?
My mother was an amazing woman and always encouraged me to do my best. I can still hear her insist, "Benny, you can do it. You can do anything you want and you can do it better than anyone else."
Wow, very touching. How else?
She always encouraged reading and only allowed 2 TV shows every week. She told us, if you can read, you can learn just about anything you want to know, and that the doors are open to people who can read. My passion to read at such a young age was an extremely huge influence on my choice of profession.
Now, one of your most compelling surgeries was with the famous Binder twins. How are they doing today? And can you tell us a little bit about the surgery?
The last time I spoke to them, they were doing fine. The twin separation was extremely tricky, and we went through massive amounts of blood. I didn't want to know the amount of time that we had left because it would just stress me out. It ended successfully. They too had a challenge in the beginning, but today are lucky to be alive.
And here are some pictures of the twins today, for anyone who is wondering. Alright, and time for our last question from XX Carson is my favorite neurosurgeon XX. What advice do you give to those who are facing challenges today?
In my opinion, something is wrong with society. It has a system precluding those people from achieving. With the right help and the right incentive, many disadvantaged kids could achieve outstanding results.
Okay, everybody, let's give a round of applause for Ben Carson. Thank you, Dr. Carson, for coming onto the show. Everybody make sure to get a copy of his book that comes out soon, Gifted Hands.